from failure to finger-licking success. Colonel Harland Sanders is now a household name, synonymous with one of the world's most famous fast food chains, KFC. But before he became a symbol of fried chicken, Sanders' life was filled with countless failures and rejections that would have made most people give up. His journey to success is a testament to perseverance, belief in oneself, and the determination to turn failures into triumphs. Harland Sanders was born in 1890, and his early life was anything but easy. His father passed away when he was just 6 years old, leaving his mother to take care of the family. Sanders had to start cooking and taking care of his siblings from a young age, which planted the seeds of his future culinary skills. However, life didn't become any easier as he grew older. Over the years, Sanders tried his hand at various jobs, but success seemed elusive. He was a farmhand, a streetcar conductor, a railroad fireman, and even tried his luck selling insurance. Unfortunately, none of these careers lasted, and he often found himself unemployed and struggling to make ends meet. At the age of 40, he ran a service station in Kentucky, where he began serving food to travelers. His cooking became so popular that he eventually opened a small restaurant across the street, serving Southern comfort food to anyone who stopped by. This is where he perfected his now famous fried chicken recipe, using a special blend of 11 herbs and spices. Despite his growing local success, Sanders faced a major setback in his 60s. The construction of a new interstate highway diverted traffic away from his restaurant, causing him to close it down. At an age when most people would have considered retirement, Sanders was left with nothing but his Social Security check for $105 a month. But instead of accepting defeat, he made a bold decision. He would franchise his chicken recipe. At the age of 65, Sanders hit the road, traveling across the country with his fried chicken recipe and the vision of building a fried chicken empire. He drove from restaurant to restaurant, cooking his chicken for the owners and pitching the idea of selling it under his brand name, Kentucky Fried Chicken. But it wasn't easy. Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before he finally found a restaurant owner who agreed to partner with him. Most people would have given up after the first few rejections, let alone after hundreds. But not Sanders. He believed in his recipe, and more importantly, he believed in himself. Finally, his persistence paid off. Slowly but surely, more restaurant owners began adopting his recipe, and the name Kentucky Fried Chicken started to spread. By the time Sanders was 73, there were over 600 KFC franchises across the United States and Canada. His small, roadside service station had grown into a multi-million-dollar franchise. In 1964, at the age of 74, Sanders sold his KFC company for $2 million, equivalent to nearly $20 million today. But he remained the brand's ambassador, always wearing his iconic white suit and black string tie. His face became the global symbol of the brand, recognized by millions worldwide. Colonel Sanders' story is one of the most inspiring examples of turning failure into success. He didn't achieve fame or fortune until he was well into his 60s. An age when many would have settled for whatever life had given them. But Sanders was relentless. He refused to let his age, his failures, or countless rejections stop him from achieving his dream. His belief in his product and his willingness to keep pushing forward, no matter how many times he was knocked down, made him unstoppable. Today, KFC is one of the largest fast food chains in the world, with over 24,000 restaurants in more than 145 countries. Sanders' story reminds us that it's never too late to chase your dreams, and that failure is not the end, it's just a stepping stone to success. Colonel Sanders' life teaches us that success often comes after countless failures. Each rejection he faced was not a defeat but a lesson that pushed him to keep moving forward. His persistence, even in the face of overwhelming obstacles, transformed him from a man with nothing into a global icon of success. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. 13. If you feel like you're facing endless setbacks, remember Sanders' story. Success may take longer than expected, and the road may be rough, but if you keep moving forward, even after the world says no, you'll eventually turn your failures into success. Just like Colonel Sanders, you too can be unstoppable. 14. This expanded story connects deeply with the theme of turning failures into success and shows how persistence and belief can transform even the most challenging circumstances into monumental achievements.